Gervonta Davis considering retirement. Guys, I just got back from the Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach press conference, and Tank was very late. I'm not gonna lie. I think 30% of the media guys like us left the whole arena. They left the Barclays Center because they were pretty sure Tank wasn't going to show up. He did in fact show up, but it was pretty late. I was waiting there. It was supposed to initially start at like 1 o'clock Eastern time, and then it ended up starting at like 6:15, and you know, it was just another mind games thing from Tank, it seemed. But it was really interesting because he did talk about his retirement. He said that in 2025 he plans on retiring, you know, after his 3-fight deal is up. So that's really not good news, because I always tell you guys on this channel, and if you're new here, I have been saying that, you know, Tank is keeping the sport of boxing alive because he's exciting. You know, I think he's the most exciting fighter in the world right now, and to hear that he's considering retiring is unfortunate because I really feel like boxing is being carried by Gervonta Davis and his ability to put on these knockout performances time and time again. But yeah, if it's up to him, you know, he said that the sport of boxing is just exhausting for him. You know, it's not really fun. Tank doesn't really enjoy it anymore, is what he was saying to us media guys. I was really curious, you know, I couldn't understand it. I couldn't understand why he was talking about retiring. He said he's just done with it. He's tired of it. He doesn't want to deal with everybody anymore. So he's saying that he wants to get his money and then just stay low key. That's what Tank Davis wants to do, and I respect it. But at the end of the day, you know, there are a lot of potential fights still left on the table, and it would be weird to see, you know, Lamont Roach and Tank Davis be, you know, potentially Tank's last fight. Who knows what's going to happen if he even finishes and follows through with this 3-fight deal with PBC, because ultimately Tank seemed very serious about retiring. You know, he doesn't want to fight anymore. He said he just had a son, so congratulations to Tank Davis for having his first son. But ultimately, he didn't really seem like he was joking about retirement, so we'll see what happens. I always say that, you know, fighters like to do this. Guys like Tio, guys like Shakur, they say that they're retiring, but then if a contract gets sent their way and you know, the money is there, the juice is worth the squeeze, then he might come out of retirement. But, you know, obviously he's going to be fighting Lamont Roach, the fight that a lot of people weren't happy about. A lot of people talked about how Lamont Roach is coming up from 30, so he shouldn't have a chance. And honestly, it's going to be interesting because this is somebody that has actually been in the ring with Tank, you know, on the amateur level, and they've sparred together. So it's just going to be an interesting night. We'll see what Lamont Roach has in store for us on March 1st at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. But it was an entertaining press conference. Lamont Roach is carrying a lot of confidence, so that was good to see. You know, it makes me think that, hey, maybe we'll get a better fight than we had anticipated when it was first announced. But it's just difficult to consider, you know, Tank's been hurting all these guys who are bigger than him, and then he's fighting somebody who's technically coming up in weight, so therefore smaller than him. So it's just hard for me to believe that Lamont Roach is going to be the one to do it. But I will say that he's the first fighter who's not going to be weight drained, doesn't have experience. You know, Lamont Roach is going to be comfortable at 35, coming up in weight. He's going to feel strong, and more importantly, he has the experience, not only, you know, as amateur boxer, but, you know, fighting Tank, being able to say that he's been in the ring with him on multiple occasions and that he's known him for a long time. So maybe he knows something that we don't, and this could be a more interesting fight, a more competitive fight than people are making it out to be. Everybody's saying that, you know, Lamont Roach is just there for a payday. That's what everybody, even the media today at the press conference, was saying. You know, Lamont Roach is just there for a payday, but he looks confident. He looks like he knows something that we don't, and he looks to shock everybody in the boxing world on March 1st, you know, in Tank's return fight. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be interesting. Tank's always exciting. It's unfortunate to hear that he's considering retirement after, you know, 2025 in this 3-fight deal, because he's so exciting. Like I said before, he's the dominant force in boxing, such a great knockout artist, and at the same time, I feel like he hasn't even showcased his best abilities, his best skills, because he hasn't fought the best yet. And if he doesn't fight the best, I feel like there's just so much meat on that bone, to the point where it's like, yeah, he was great, but we never got to see his full potential. And that would end up being the story of Tank Davis if he does choose to retire now. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Tank Davis announces his retirement. This was my reaction to it, but thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next Nabs boxing video. Peace. That's going to do it for another Nabs Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Mandabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.